and that means it is time for a video tutorial. So I'm going to do my little refresh over here, and then I'm going to just keep talking because apparently it's just going to take the time it takes for it to catch up on my computer. So hopefully, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, because I think my computer takes a minute to actually catch up, but I'm actually live. So that's what my phone says. So I'm taking that to the bank. Here is our card for today. There's the one we got the sneak peek of. Anybody guess what we were working with? I'm guessing probably the little sneak peek of the wheels here probably gave it away, right? So anyway, there we go. Now I know that we're live. That is good. This is the new Attention Shoppers stamp set and bundled dies here. And I have made it into a birthday card with some very soft colors. And you can see we have our shopping cart. This lady has been on her way. She bought herself a cake and everything. And then on the inside, we have treat yourself. So I think going shopping and treating yourself is a wonderful way to spend your birthday. That's what I'm just saying. Like go to J. Jill or, you know, someplace fun like that. And I also, you can see that this panel has some texture to it. This is the new Dotted Circles 3D embossing folder. Let me show you this. So this is a stamp case, right? Do you know how big a normal embossing folder is? Yeah. Here is a normal embossing folder, normal size. And here is this size. So look at that. Look at that comparison. So for anybody who's making large cards or slimline cards with a long panel in the front that you need to emboss, the Dotted Circles and So Swirly are also large, is also a large folder. So that's really kind of fun. Yes, the candles are burning in the cart. It doesn't seem like a very safe way to transport your cake, but if you think about it, she also has it tipped over, so she may not be, you know, maybe not the brightest bulb in the chandelier, but she's having a good time, okay? She's having fun. So I'm going to put this away because I am not using that at all. And then we have, I've also used the Something Fancy die set, which is carrying into the next catalog. So you'll be able to get this one. Actually, you can get it right now. Attention Shoppers and the Dotted Circles, you'll have to wait, another week or so until the 1st of May. Unless you want to join the team, and then you can join now and add it to your starter kit. Okay, it'll all be on my blog tomorrow. So all you have to do is sit back and enjoy. And then if you have any questions, ask, and I will be trying to keep track of, I have to put that on the other side, trying to keep track of questions. If I miss you, I'll try to come back for it. And yes, what Rosie just said is correct. This is going to be our last YouTube live until, let's see, Monday the 13th, 14th, 15th, I think the 16th of May. All right, will be the next time. Oh, Rosie even had it. She's so far ahead of me. Hey, Lenny. Hello everybody, I appreciate you coming. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the grocery bag, not a grocery bag. This is a shopping bag with tissue sticking out. And I have a balmy blue card base. And what I'm going to do is I am going to stamp that all over the front of the card front. All right, and we're just going to kind of go random. Remember what I told you about random. You want to make it look random by being not random. Okay, so I have my two shopping bags here, and I'm going to put one over here at what is going to be the corner of a shopping bag. And then we're going to put one here, and we're going to put one up here, and then we'll put one here, and then we're going to go across the bottom like that. And I'm going to try to force myself to ignore that mistake right there. Because you know what I did not buy from Amazon? I have lost my sand eraser. I don't know. What do I need to do to get the catalogs? Both catalogs. Both catalogs. You mean the current mini and the annual catalog, Denise? Just send me a message or an email and I'll get you hooked up with, I may still have a mini. I definitely have the annual that I will get you sent. Okay. All right. That's assuming you're not working with a demonstrator. If you're already working with somebody, if you'll get in contact with that person, I'm sure he or she will be happy to get you a catalog. All right. So I now have a piece of basic white that I embossed partially. I mean, I embossed the whole panel, but I only needed part of that 3D dots. And I am going to adhere that to a Lemon Lolly mat. Hi, Kathy. Glad you could join. All right. I'm glad everybody is getting on. I hope y'all are having a good weekend. We have it's a nice day. It was sunny and cool, so we have all the windows open, which is always nice. And it didn't even get so hot that it's going to be miserable to sleep. Now, I thought this would be the most fun kind of with the circles going like this. I don't know why. You could put it any way that you wanted. But I liked it going up like a lucky horseshoe. Right? Okay, and then we're just going to adhere this on the bottom portion of our card base, like so. Hey, Jody. Hi, Carol. All righto. Now, I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to show you a couple of things. The first is I cut out from a piece of, oh gosh, why can I not think of the name of that? Lighter Than Air DSP. I'm sorry. It's the Lighter Than Air DSP 6x6, and it's retiring. So if you still want it, now's the time to get it. And I used the Something Fancy die. I used this large label, and I ran it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with this little tag topper in place, just like that. And when you run it through your with your DSP in place, what comes out the other end is a darling little tag. And Mary set me straight on what, oh yeah. Well, you know, actually it's pretty amazing that I even know what day it is. Right now, I'm not even sure what month it is. I am getting myself so discombobulated. It's just craziness is what it is. Now, I am going to create a fun little tag top with some Lemon Lolly baker's twine. And I'm going to start with a doubled up piece like this that I'm just going to, let's see, I think I just went through it like so. Oops. So I'm just going to go through like that and leave those little tails hanging. And then I'm going to take another double length. And as I tell you all the time, yes, I'm absolutely using more chill, Mary, chill. If I chill right now, I will have nothing done when it's time to leave here on Friday. I am in prep mode like a big dog. Okay, so what I've done is I'm taking that double length and I'm just rolling underneath the piece that I've already gone through the tag on. And then I'm going to tie a bow around that like so. Okay, and just kind of snug it down to the top of the tag and then tie my simple bow with both those pieces. Okay, like so, just like so. All right, and then I'll cut this, and this comes down because that's the bow, like that. And you can kind of snug that down a little bit. It's kind of a little bit too big, a little bit too crazy. And then we'll just cut this off at kind of an angle. Okay, and that is going to go on our card front with some, I believe I dimensionalized that. I think I did. Let me see. Nope, I glued that. Okay, so let's do that again. I am not doing a video on Thursday. This will be my last one, Debbie. I'm going to give myself next Thursday to really get ready, because I think I'm going to need the opportunity to get ready. All right, I'm just going to put that on at an angle, let the bottom hang off of the panel there, and I'm going to hold it pretty good because that is very, very embossed right there. And so I want to let that glue get down into the cracks and crevices so that it will so that it will adhere well. Okay, so that can go like that. And while it's kind of thinking about what it's doing there, I'm going to do a little coloring. All right? Okay, yeah, just Denise, send me an email so that I'll have all of your info, would you? Okay. Now, did a little bit of cutting and a little bit of stamping, then some cutting. Now, I've used the little dies in Attention Shoppers. I cut this piece, and then I cut this piece, both from Lemon Lolly. And we're going to adhere those two pieces together with just a little bit of liquid glue. And all you really have to do, I hope so. Well, here's the dealio. I'm leaving whether I'm ready or not. If I have to, I'll buy clothes in Rome. I don't want to do that, but I would if I had to, I suppose. Now I'll have clothes. I'll be all ready. All right. And then I'm going to just adhere this. So you saw I put a little bit of liquid glue on the top of those legs. And I'm just going to adhere this like so. Okay. And then that can just kind of sit quietly. I'm going to put it upside down so it doesn't stick to anything. Okay. Then on a piece of basic white in Tuxedo Black, I stamped my cake. And then I stamped 3 shopping bags. This lady has been busy. I'm just throwing that out there. And I'm going to color these in 3 colors: Fresh Freesia, Balmy Blue, and Lemon Lolly. And I'm going to kind of just, it's sort of random, but it's not. 3 bags full is exactly right. So I'm going to color my first bag with the light Lemon Lolly. Like this. All right. Now, sadly, this little video is going to take an extra minute or two because I'm doing a lot of coloring, okay? Now, I've colored this bag Lemon Lolly, so I'm going to color this tissue Lemon Lolly. And I'll add a little bit of dark Lemon Lolly. So that was the light, and I'm going to use the dark on the edges, and then I'm going to use the dark right around the bottom there and on those back folds of the tissue to give it just a little bit of, looks like something going on there. Okay, and then we'll close these up. And then I'm going to take my light Balmy Blue, and I'm going to do the, let's see, let's do this bag. It probably turn out different every time. Do this bag in light Balmy Blue. And it really doesn't matter because they're all pretty colors, and, you know, obviously she's been to multiple stores. The other day when I went to get my hair done, there is a J. Jill in that parking lot, in that shopping center. It's not in the parking lot. That would be weird, huh? Yes, it's a J. Jill tent sale in the parking lot. And I went in and I tried some things on. It's always nice to go to the store to try things on, even if you're not going to buy there, if you want to buy online. I only tried on 1 pair of pants, but it also gives you the opportunity to check fabric, because you never really know. You know, they talk about this, that, and the other fabric, and you're like, I don't know what that means. Like, is it going to wrinkle like a big dog in my suitcase? Is it going to look like crap when I get off the airplane if I happen to wear that on the airplane? So it's always nice to see that. The other thing I have gotten to where I really look for anymore is if it's like see-through. Like, do you have to wear 17 layers of undergarments in order to make it not be completely ridiculous? And if that's the answer, then I'm not really interested anymore. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a great trip. I am very much looking forward to it. Very much looking forward to it. Okay, and then we'll put a little bit of the darker here on our tissue. Like so. Yes, this is my Bob Ross moment. Your happy little shopping bags and your happy little tissue. Ooh, I just grabbed that and it just went like everywhere. It was crazy. Okay, and we're just darkening that a little bit like that. Okay, now on our last one, I'm going to pull out my light fresh freesia. That is correct, Linda. We decided to do a different trip in lieu of. We just, it looks like a fabulous resort, but we've had this idea in our head now for a minute about this trip, and so we decided to take advantage of that. Now, if we'd paid attention, we might not have gone the same week that the annual catalog is launching, but we didn't, so we are. So there you go. So just so you know, I'll be gone, and I will have my computer because that's how I roll. But and I do have an internet package on the trip, but internet on ships is notoriously slow, and so it could be a hot second. It could be a hot second before I can get back to you. Okay. Ooh, ooh! Did you see that try to jump out of my hands there? Okay. And then we're gonna do this tissue right here. Hey, Stormy, glad you could join. Thank you. Is gonna be fresh freesia. So basically what I've done is I've just done a bag in each color and a tissue in each color and just made sure that the tissue and the bag weren't the same. That's all I did. Not very scientific at all. Not very scientific at all. We're going to go over to the kennel, I don't know, Monday, and double check that they're going to be okay with the pumpkin. Hope they will. Not really sure what we're going to do if they won't, but you know, there you have it. We'll have to figure something out. Okay, now for my cake, I think I'm going to use the light lemon lolly. We're going to have yellow frosting. And I'm not going to be able to see this bottom part, but I'm going to color it just so that I don't have to think about where that is. All right. And then I'm going to use light fresh freesia in this little frosting ribbon band here. All right, pink and yellow. That looks like a fun cake. I'm guessing lemon and raspberry. That is the flavor of this. Hey, Claire, glad you could come. And then I'm going to use my dark lemon lolly to color these flames so that she can be completely frightening. Okay, now let me show you how we're going to set this all up. What I want is this to be a very, very, very overstuffed grocery cart. So we're going to have, these two are going to be in the back. This one's going to be in the front. The cake is obviously going to be back here, kind of crookedy, and I'm going to make it cover that mistake so that I don't have to have a nervous breakdown about it. And then this guy is going to go like so. Now, let me show you a little trick, little tricky trick. I want it to be like that because that looks overstuffed to me, but I don't want to see that there at the bottom because you couldn't, unless you have a very, very bad cart, you could not see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a pencil and I'm making a line right there. And then I'm going to trim that off. Does it need to be that precise? Maybe not, but it made me feel better. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and put these together like so with a little bit of liquid glue. I know, don't you think lemon and raspberry sounds like a good cake? I mean, it's not chocolate. Chocolate would be my personal choice, but you know. And then I'm going to do this guy right here. Like so. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere the cart before I put my, and I'm going to put it on before I put my, my cake in, okay? I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue on here. And I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue along here, and along here, and along here, and like that. And then we're going to put that like so. Okay. And I've still got a little time there. I think I want to pull these apart a little bit. Okay. Again, you want it to look like she's had a very good day at the store. Okay. Heck, you could even do a fourth one if you felt if you really wanted to get jiggy with it. You could even do a fourth one. Just get that up there. And if you get one that's stuck down like that, don't worry about it. It's okay. Just take your trimmer and give that a little snipperoo right there, just like that. Okay. So to put my cake in, what I'm going to do is we're going to pop this guy up on dimensionals. And I want him straight because she doesn't want to have to push that around. Okay? No, you are not going to see this card at the Hallmark. That is for certain sure. Now, I'm going to take my dimensionals and I'm going to put them on the back of this die cut. And I'm not going to put them up here very much because I want to be able to tuck that cake in. All right, so I know the cake's going to go right in there, so I could put one back here. And then I think I'm going to, on my first one, I did not put any dimensionals on these rails, and I think I want to remedy that. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to cut a straight piece there and put that like so. And then we'll take this, tweezers, there you go. Take this remaining piece, hello, come on, and put it right there like that. There we go. Okay, now I can adhere this, and then I will tuck that cake in. And that way the cake can cover my boo-boo, and it will be at a very nice and dangerous angle. So that'll be perfect. Oh, I know. We ate so much gelato when we were in Italy. It was crazy. There were days we literally ate gelato 3 times in one day. And I'm not talking like little kid scoops. I'm talking real live for the big girls, literally. And we had us some cake now. Oop, that's a cover, not a dimensional. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, so we're going to put that on like right there, kind of centered. And then I'm going to take my cake right here, and he's going to tuck in like that, right about there. Like that. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid glue on him. And tuck that little guy right in. I got to tell you, the cake was an afterthought. I was like, wouldn't the cake look fun in there? Like she was toting her cake out. I just thought that was fun. Okay, so now all we need is a sentiment, and the attention, or the Something Fancy die set has a cute little label die. So what I did is I pre-cut, I pre-cut, and I did 2 just in case I've worked it up. I did a white one and a lemon lolly one, and this is going to be like a little matte. So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp Happy Birthday in Fresh Freesia. We had the best, you could get, we had dark chocolate gelato mixed with, and then a scoop of strawberry gelato. Oh my God. It was so ridiculously good. I just can't even tell you. Okay, so we're going to do this, and we want it to be centered. So everybody hold your breath. Hold your mouth just right. Okay, there we go. Oh, it worked. It worked. I don't even need my spare. Yay. Yay. Thank you, Bonnie. And then I'm just going to mat this up by adhering the sentiment to the mat with just a little bit of an offset. All right. Little bitty bit of an offset. By which I mean that much of an offset right there. Okay. Now, we're going to adhere this right about there. Let that dry a second. So I'm going to put a dimensional on the end, on this end, so that it will be supported. And then we'll put a little bit of liquid glue on the other end. Like that, right there. Just like that. And then I'm going to take some of the amazing and wonderful rainbow adhesive back dots. I love these. I love this embellishment set. I just really, really do. And I'm using some of the Balmy Blue, and we're going to put these over here. And one right here. And a couple over on the other side. One right there. And then one small one on our sentiment, like that. And there's our card front, y'all. Isn't that cute? I love that little bow. I think I'm going to cut that off just a little bit. That's a little bit. Have you all seen the movie Mother's Day? It's got all sorts of folks in it. It's got Kate Hudson and Jennifer Aniston and Julia Roberts. And Hector, Hector, I think it's Elizondo. So Julia Roberts and Hector Elizondo, I know I'm saying his name wrong, but they were in Pretty Woman about 1,000 years ago. Julia Roberts was the main girl, and then Hector was the hotel manager at the hotel that she went with Richard Gere in. And in one of the scenes, she needed to go to dinner with Richard Gere, and she had no idea about forks and plates and things like that. So Hector sets up a dinner setting, and he's showing her, you know, the salad fork and the gelato fork and, you know, all of the different kinds of forks and things, and she's trying to keep it in touch. Well, in Mother's Day, she is this high-powered, like, home shopping network lady, real kind of, you know, high-powered, and she's at a restaurant and getting ready to eat fried green tomatoes, and she picks up a knife and fork and starts to cut, and he's getting ready to leave, and he turns back and he goes, "And yes, that is the salad fork." I thought that was so funny how they did the flashback to Pretty Woman. You probably had to see it for it to be as funny as I thought it was. Okay, so there is our card front. Happy birthday on the front. Now on the inside, I am going to stamp in key lime cupcakes. That sounds delightful. We're going to stamp in Fresh Freesia, the sentiment Treat Yourself, on just a basic white panel. And I'm tickled to see that I'm actually keeping it horizontal. Now I'm going to stamp my my shopping bag, and we're going to do it again in Balmy Blue. And what I'm going to do is just kind of offset it. You could do it in black, but it's pretty dark over the sentiment, okay? So I'm going to offset it on the end like this so that I don't want the tissue over the sentiment. I don't mind if the bag is, because that's okay. And now while I have this out, since we're a little bit short on time, I'm going to go ahead and stamp this on the front of my... did I go back to the... No, I didn't. I did. You know what? I think I am going to do the tuxedo black on this one. On the front here. Okay. And we'll just stamp this like so. And that can sit and kind of dry for a second while I wait. Remember, a tuxedo black takes a little bit longer. Just throwing that out there. Don't forget, you will be unhappy if you forget, because you will smear it. All right, and then I'm going to take my light lemon lolly, and we're going to do lemon lolly for the bag. Now, this should not smear your ink, but I probably also wouldn't do a lot of scrubbing over your sentiment. You don't want it to be real wet so that it kind of blurs that, if you know what I mean. Jelly bean. All right. So there's that, and then we'll use the dark to add a little bit of depth and some shadowing. like so. And any other time I would probably go ahead and do the envelope at the same time. And I would if I had done it in Balmy Blue. But since I did it in Tuxedo, I'm just letting it sit and dry for a minute. Okay. Kind of blur those hard edges there. And then we're going to use the Fresh Freesia. Let me close this before I have an ink catastrophe. We'll use the Fresh Freesia for the tissue on this one. All right. A little bit of light to start with. Just flood the field. Like this. Apparently I felt the need to stop yakking while I did it. I don't know, I guess I was holding my tongue just right or something. Dead space, dead space, dead airspace, not good. Okay, here we go. And then the dark one to add some shadowing to these guys in the back. And add just a little bit of shadow here. Like so. Does this not look like this girl had a good day? I'm just saying, she had a good day. All right, now let me put that aside, pull out my envelope. Remember what I told you about stamping and coloring with, when you're coloring with blends on an envelope, you either want to place something inside it. Let me show you that. I use these, I keep these acetates from my photopolymers. I've got the thin ones. They work great as a little mask. And I have the thicker one. And all you want to do is just slide that in behind the side where you're coloring. And that will protect the back of your envelope so that if you get a little heavy-handed, I do that sometimes. I can be a little bit ham-fisted. I'm not going to kid you. If you get a little bit heavy-handed and you're pushing too hard with the blends, the back of your envelope is protected this way. If you don't have that there, you can certainly do it without, but you need to be a little more judicious, okay? And there we go, just add a little bit of shading. And then let's see, let's try to get the light on the light. It's always so confusing. Alrighty, and finally, we're going to color the bag in Fresh Freesia. Is this light? Yep, it is. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you what, I'm going to miss you guys. This is fun. I enjoy my video times with you guys, and so I will be looking forward to getting back to share what we saw in Italy. Now, I will tell you, there will be times, especially when we're ashore, that we may have enough internet via our cell coverage to be able to go live. So if you aren't subscribed, we'll probably go live on YouTube just because it's easier. We may go on our Facebook, but definitely on YouTube when able. So be sure that you have subscribed and picked the all notifications under the little bell so that you will get a notification when we go live. All right, and we're just adding a little bit of darker to the edges and the bottom to give a little more dimension. Thank you, Stormy. All right. Like that. And then I have just a little bit more of the lighter than air DSP, and we're going to put that on the flap. And then we'll get the inside done, and we'll be ready to roll. We'll be there. Enjoy the pasta. We are going to eat pasta and pizza and gelato and repeat. Pasta, pizza, gelato, repeat. We also tend to eat a lot of prosciutto because prosciutto and mozzarella, the caprese salads. They're going to have to roll me off the ship on a dolly, I'm afraid. I'll have to get home and go back on the diet big time. That's okay. It's only a once a year vacation. Okay, so this is our inner liner, and I'm going to put it on a piece of lemon lolly. Well, you know what, Rosie? I don't drink wine. I think maybe Maybe Lance and Amy drink some wine, but not a lot. Wayne and I don't drink wine. Wayne doesn't drink at all. But I suspect I will take advantage of our drinks package on the boat because I don't have to drive anywhere. I just have to get back to my cabin. That is all that matters. Y'all know me. I'm a party animal. I have one drink, like a margarita, and then I'm asleep. You know, I know how to work it up. I can really live it up. Just saying. One margarita, and I'm a little bit out of it, and 2 margaritas, I'm done. Just done for the evening. So it'll depend on whether I want to enjoy the company or just go to bed. So there is our card, y'all. Very cute little happy birthday for somebody who's had a really fun day treating themselves. And I hope you've enjoyed it. I will see you in May. Enjoy the launch of the new catalog on the 1st. I hope you guys have so much fun with it. You are going to love the new products. And I'll see you when I get home. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.